Scales are ruining guitar solos. All my solos sound like scales being played up and being played down. I hear it every day, so let's fix it, because there's actually a very easy way to overcome that problem. It's something every guitarist should know, maybe even before playing scales, and it's just these 3 notes. So we are in the key of G major, and this is the root note. This is the G, the tonic, the home, the key center. Same thing, same thing. And now we simply add fret 12 on the B string and fret 12 on the D string. And we have this nice little shape going on. And this is one of the nicest and most versatile shapes to start out with. So let's get going with step number 1. So the first step of using this shape is to connect the notes. First by going up. This is the root note. We can go up and back home. And we can also go down like this. You know? And I'm just playing these 3 notes and I connect them with fret 14 and 14 on the D and the G string. And this feels comfortable, right? Scales are fun to practice, but ultimately, remember this, your solos will always sound like what you practice. So next up, step number 2. So the key is to take it very slow, otherwise we're back to doing the same thing we did before in no time. So now we're just adding 3 little notes, so we're hitting the octave. And this massively broadens the possibilities we have in phrasing and playing our line. So we get there via, we slide to 16 on G, we play fret 15 and 17 on B, and then add that little octave over there. And we have 2 routes basically. You can also go like this. And this is what it gives us. I want to stress, you're gonna sound like the things you practice. So if your routine is to play scales up and down, well, guess what? You're gonna sound like playing a scale up and down if you play a solo for real. And I talk about this so much more in my guitar course, Electric Elevation. I talk about it all the time. So if you really want to get a clear guide on this, make sure to check it out. Anyway, next up, step number 3. So expanding to the G chord. So of course, everything is a part of a scale if you zoom out. A scale is just a set of notes, but it's all about the context that is being played in. So now we're zooming out a little bit further and we're seeing the context. And those 3 notes in the beginning, they form a triad of G major. And adding the root to this over here on the A string fret 10, we get this nice little chord we see so often, the G major, based on the A shape, like this. And we get there like this if we start on the tonic again. We add fret 14, 12 and 10 on the A string. Another tonic, another key center, another gravitational pull. G, G and G. 3 places we can resolve our licks to. It's beautiful. Let's have a listen. So now we don't start playing it like a scale, slowly going up and down, right? So remember where we came from. Those 3 notes, those are the force of this, the gravitational pull. You always want to get back to that spot. And that keeps you from going up and down the scale. So next up we've got step number 4, and this one is super important for guitarists. You see, just like vocalists, for example, we have the flexibility to bend notes, to make them a bit dirty, to go off key, to go in and out of different flavors. And it's so important to use that tool. And it's good to know that this is actually something you can never learn from just playing a scale. A scale has no bending, it has no phrasing, it has no call and response, it has no intonation. It's just a set of notes. So take this for example. A little bit exaggerated maybe, but it works so well. I love it so much. So what scale am I playing? I don't know. I don't care. Based on some note choices, mostly pentatonic, but there's so much more happening here. I'm really bending the notes to a place that don't really exist in the scale. Somewhere in between of the notes, or maybe I'm pushing a little bit further than notes. Take for example the first 2 notes I played. I'm playing that D note over here, fret 15 on the B string. I'm just bending it up. I'm doing the same with 14 on G. A little dirty bend right here, fret 14 on it. I love it. And then on that last chord of the backing track, we didn't even discuss the chords of the backing track yet. I don't care, whatever, it can be any chord. We're in the key of G major, and that's the cool thing. We don't really have to talk about theory right now. We just talk about sounds, how this pattern, well, makes us feel when we play. Okay, so on that last chord, I basically played minor, G minor, a G and a B flat over here. Just a different flavor, super cool. What you can do as well with bending is going sort of beyond it. So where you bend that fret 14 on the G string and go a whole tone and then a semitone up, back a semitone and then back down. That sounds magical as well. All right, so many possibilities. Notes are fluid. Bend them in, bend them out, and just listen to how it sounds and remember the good ones. Next up, step number 5, let's connect the dots. So it is super important to be very comfortable with where the notes of this shape lie on the fretboard. You should be able to close your eyes and just let your ear guide you. So, but instead of playing the notes up and down in an orderly fashion, no. There's a little exercise that I like you to play, and it's like this. So it's just playing an overall descending line, but then going up in between as well. So it sounds way more musical like this. One more time, a bit more slowly. And of course you can go back up again like this. And then again. All the tabs of this little exercise are available on my Patreon page, but it's a super useful and fun thing to practice if you really want to get the most out of this shape and really be comfortable sliding up and down the neck, because it's sort of a diagonal scale, right? We're going up and down and up. It's fun. Anyway, so now we're basically intentionally limiting ourselves, shifting the focus away from the scale to keep it from sounding like a scale. And these boundaries help you avoid the overwhelming possibilities of the guitar neck. You don't have to use it all, at least not yet. So now here are two more very cool things to get the most out of this. But first, if this is something you're into, I'm absolutely positive you will love my guitar course, Electric Elevation. So this backing track is actually taken directly from it. And in the course we grab the basic ingredients I'm sure you've all heard about. It's like the pentatonics, the triads, the blues scales, a lot of things, and explain them in a way that they become way more musical instantly. It's everything you need to become a more fluent lead and rhythm guitarist and play with so much more freedom on the entire neck than ever before. So stop mindless noodling, start playing beautiful melodic solos. And this course will really help you in stopping to sound like you're playing scales up and down the neck. So if this video resonates with you in some way, I'm absolutely positive you're gonna love it. So now let's move on with step number 6, chromaticism. So we can use that to add passing notes, create more tension, spice up our sounds. And depending on the track you're playing over and the sound you're after, different kind of chromatic notes can sound great. So in the major key, this is one I love to add. Let's say fret 15 on that G string. So you heard me really highlighting that minor note here. A great sound, a great sound. So fret 15 on that G string, and it works well if you play it before the major third, for example, like this, or before the 2, so sliding into the 2. And it works very well as a little embellishment as well. This note chromatic as well, fret 13 on the D string, you can go down. When you got all this, it's time for step 7, because this will really unlock the fretboard, as they say. So far we've been playing our home note over here, right? Basically in the 12th position. But another great place to play it is here. Fret 8 on that B string. And the wonderful thing about this is that all the things are basically the same, but different shapes lend themselves for different sounds and different approaches and different target notes and different, well, embellishments, so to speak. So here we can connect it by so it's the same notes as we're playing over here, but for me it sounds different. There's different things to get from that shape, and that's the beauty about a guitar. Because it's such a weird instrument in terms of where the notes are on the neck, it's so unpredictable sometimes. Different spots just sound different. That's why B.B. King sounds like B.B. King. John Mayer very often uses this one, by the way. Beautiful. So if you are done here and you can play it with your eyes closed, you can dream about it. You got it. Move on. Try it over here. And then that's how you explore the neck. So this is a massive win in really unlocking the fretboard. Oh, I just forgot to say I've prepared the whole thing in E minor as well, because we can use the same whole thing for E minor. Just use your ears. But now the notes are not 12, 12, 12, but 14, 12, 12. And you get something like this. Scales are a really useful tool. Many guitarists are struggling with them because they feel like they should play them how they learn them. And again, you're gonna sound like what you practice. So start thinking in shapes and positions on the neck and stop thinking in scales, at least for now, because scales are also super useful when taught and used correctly. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and check out electric elevation. It's fun. Otherwise, see you around on the channel. Cheers.